And there's still the question whether Leigh will get a suitcase. Although I did actually test the strength of the wheel.
We're only coming here for swatches for the straight into clothes. Look at him. I don't use hair dye. What are you talking about?
My cousin says it's a visitation dream, which I did Google.
Welcome to a new vlog, and we're all very calm and relaxed.
You're not. You're saying the complete opposite to what we just said.
I'm just saying, we've got so much to do. Why is it when you're coming up to a trip, your to-do list suddenly starts to get longer and longer and longer?
Because you leave it before we go.
And that's, yeah. So we've just added about 10 things to our to-do list.
We do have to go home tomorrow because my mum's ashes are ready. So we have to go and collect them, and then...
So we have had the funeral. Obviously, we're not going to didn't want to talk about that on
we're not going to vlog it. So I mean, some people have asked, but
we had the funeral. It was really as nice a day as it could be. It was a really nice send off. You know, she had an ABBA band on, which she loved ABBA. So we had ABBA a tribute band, which Nick arranged. We were dancing to ABBA.
All the favourite songs.
Yeah, it was just actually a really nice day to get together with all family and stuff.
It was a party rather than a sad wake,
Yeah.
which is what she wanted. So.
Which I think is fantastic, and it was fantastic, and it was a really nice day. She would have loved it had she been able to be there. She would have loved it. Maybe hopefully she was there.
She was there dancing in spirit.
Yeah. So we have got a right to-do list. So as Nick was saying, we've got to go home to sort that out tomorrow. We've got to go and collect them, haven't we?
You're gonna have your back done, aren't you? Kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
I'm having my eyes checked. I'm not having anything done. I'm just having just to make sure that the filler's settled.
So
then we've got to go and collect her.
Back to what you were saying, to collect. We've got some little keepsakes, haven't we?
Yep.
And I think Nick's going to maybe get some jewellery made.
Yeah.
As well.
I don't know what though, because everything you look at is all like rings that you see on Disney, like big green diamond rings, and I don't want it like that. I want something that's discreet.
Yeah.
Maybe like my ring with maybe a little section in it that's got a bit of resin in that she's got some of my mum there.
So part of her can come round with us on our adventures and travels and stuff and always be with us.
Yeah.
So
we've got that to pick up.
We've got to go to the post
deliver.
Office first. We've got to go to the Chash shop secondly.
We've got to send this Amazon card back, which broke when we were on the Airbnb.
Our SD card. Then we've got to go down to Kingswood, which is a shopping.
We need a swatch sample for this sofa.
I mean, that's not priority.
Yes, it is, because it's going anyway.
But
and we've got a load of stuff to get down there, like sun cream and deodorant, because deodorant in the UK is like £1 a bottle. It's about $6 a bottle in America.
Very expensive in America, yeah.
So we usually buy that and take it with us.
Let's go. Let's start our day.
At least we're not taking toilet rolls, are we? Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Or pot noodles.
What, she takes pot noodles as well?
I have been thinking about Lisa today. Our friend Lisa, who vlogs, because I was thinking I need a to-do list for my to-do list, just like Lisa. Let's go. Right, first stop, Nick's just posting some things that we've got to post. Then we've got to go down to the charity shop and drop those 2 bags of clothes off. Now to have a clear out of very old clothes. Then we're going to go head down to the retail park and do all our to-do list. Hopefully we'll get everything. Thanks, Google. And I've got to get just a couple more bits for my mum for Mother's Day. I'm trying to be really careful. Obviously, you've seen in vlogs that I've just come out with. I've got to get some things for Mother's Day, and it's obviously makes Nick think of his mum every time I say it. So I'm like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said that. Obviously, there's going to be lots of firsts, as we've said before. She just had a birthday in January while she was still with us, so that you know, luckily we got a last birthday. But there's going to be obviously Mother's Day and Christmas. That'll be the next sort of big thing where he usually buys things obviously for each other, and they don't have that. So you know, it's still very, very raw for him and for both of us and for all of us involved. Especially, you know, obviously tomorrow we're going home to get the ashes, so we're going to meet up with family again and distribute those in little keepsakes. Obviously, the one good thing that sometimes comes from these situations, it brings other members of family together. We've been keeping in touch with a lot more family on Nick's side, who we only kind of saw each other every now and again, or you know, at funerals. Like those kind of family members you only see at funerals, and we've been keeping in touch with them a lot more. Nick and his sister, hi Sophie, you know, don't live near each other and didn't grow up together, so they didn't really communicate loads, and we're doing our best to keep in touch with Sophie now, and hopefully once we get back from our trip we're going to arrange to get together and stuff. So that's one good thing that's come out of it all. And little things just still keep happening. Like this morning, Nick went onto his mum's bookmarks because we were checking her email and stuff, and a bookmarks had synced across to his Chrome web browser, and he was looking at all the bookmarks, and it was making him, you know, feel sad because there was things like ASOS dresses on there. She liked to get dresses from ASOS, and just things like that. You know, it only happened last month, and I imagine it's going to take years for these feelings to become normal, if they ever do. So yeah, so we're going to head out, get all this to-do list done, hopefully. Then tomorrow we've got to go home to do that. So that's another day sort of outside of lodge life. Then Wednesday we're coming back. It's Monday today. Wednesday we're going to come back and catch up with our friends Jackie and Richard, who live on the site. We've not seen them since we were in Epcot, if you remember that video where they were staying in those I forgot what they're called now, somewhere on boardwalk villas or something like that. We've not actually seen them since then, so that was October. Now it's March, so it's been a long time. They've been off to their house in Spain for a few months, so we're going to see them hopefully on Wednesday. Then Thursday hopefully more sort of to-dos, and then Friday I think we'll meet our friend Lisa, and then Saturday we're going to go home, see all the family, go and see the girls before we head out to the airport early next week. So packed schedule at the moment.
Right, first half of the job's done. Parcels dropped off, charity shop done, magnets posted. We're now going to get some swatches for the sofa and go through our shopping list of all the things that we might need when we're away. We always over-prepare and never use any of it, and we do it every time. And there's still the question whether Lee will get a suitcase, although I did actually test the strength of the wheel. Bent it so hard, the other half of it started to, well, not come away, but you could see it flexing, but the bit that I'd glued with the plastic wouldn't budge. So that's probably going to outlast the rest of the case now.
So it is fine, but if I see a bigger one that's a bit nicer, you never know.
Here we go.
Don't forget, you don't need any more clothes.
Oh, a belt.
You don't need any more clothes.
And my chinos were too baggy, so I might need some more chinos.
We're going to come in here for swatches for the straight into clothes. Look at him. So I'm trying to replace all my jeans with skinny jeans. So I've got some jeans there. I'm getting that shirt, which I like. I'll show you more later. And I'm getting that shirt as well. Just a couple of new things for the holiday. Right, quick lunch break before we go on to our to-do list again, get all our other bits and bobs. I've got a toasty, which might be nice actually. If I can get it apart. If I just dipped it in this lovely soup in front of me. Perfect. Right, we're just downstairs in Nick's, just getting some swatch samples for the new... Oh, that's quite a nice one. That's a nice one.
You've got some blacks around there. That's a grey
Oh,
one.
that's
better.
Yeah, I quite like that one.
What's that one there?
This is going to be... Oh no, that's velvety.
Any more blacks? That's a bit grey.
That's grey. So it's one of those two, I think. Oh, hang on a minute, there's some more blacks here. This is for the chair that we're going to replace at the apartment. They're the same.
That's blacker.
Yeah.
What about this one?
Blue. No, it's blue. That's a suede velvet.
That's the darkest black that there is. What's that?
Can you just take these then?
Yeah. Well, you order it from the sample, but we'll hold it up against it before we decide.
Yeah. Right. Another thing done. Right, we've got our swatches to take home, and this is the actual sofa that the chair comes from. They don't have the chair in stock, but this is it. I've just sat on it and it's really comfortable. Heath high back, firmer sit, large sofa. Which one are we looking at?
That'll probably be alright actually.
Yeah. So that's the darkest black they do it in.
That's.
Yeah.
I'll just hold with that. Let me stand back and have a. Yeah, that's
So
probably be alright.
And it's very comfy. I've just tried it. I could definitely sit in it and watch TV.
Right, 8-week delivery time.
Right, next 2 shops down. Went into Marks and Spencer's and got some fruit to try and be healthy, like we are all the time.
I got some Marks and Spencer's collection Greek 0% fat yogurt, but it's not like the stuff in a tub. It's got like a plastic pot.
Well, Nick was in there. I went into the works to get some more thank you cards, and where now? Matalan? Oh, one below. We need some skinny whips. I don't like Matalan clothes. I don't like Matalan clothes.
It's a one-off. I got Matalan t-shirts, but
what are you doing?
literally I chucked a pair of Gap ones away yesterday that you
They were too
fit
baggy.
2 people in.
You done for slimmer.
32 as well.
Yeah, slimmer and slimmer waist. Right, come on.
Right, job's done. We got everything on the list apart from 2 things, hair gel and his hair dye, which we will just have to order from Amazon because for some reason Asda didn't have either of both.
I don't use hair dye. What are you talking about?
Alright then, grey reducing shampoo. So we're now going back to the lodge.
I did have a look at suitcases in Matalan, but they had a really nice one, but 130 quid. I'm not spending that.
You won't spend that.
No.
There's nothing wrong with the current one now. It's been fixed.
I know.
So, right, gets back to the lodge. We're back. Fashion show time.
Next
I do like that shirt. I wish I'd picked that one up myself, actually.
Shirt number 1.
Maybe what we'll do is we'll just swap.
We will not be swapping clothes.
Why?
Shirt number 1 and new skinny jeans.
I do like this new moderner look than the catty scratty things that you buy.
Me too. I'll go try shirt number 2 on.
Go on then.
Shirt number 2.
Prefer the first one. It's alright, but I prefer the first one.
So that's my haul.
Is that my turn now?
Nick's gonna do his now.
For frig's sakes.
I think I prefer yours. Shirt number 3.
Why don't we swap and see?
No.
Why don't we
It's
try it?
nice now. What's wrong with that?
Well, I like it, but I like yours better.
Shirt number 3.
Might just buy yours, actually.
You don't like long sleeve shirts, and they are.
That's not long sleeve.
They're both long sleeve.
That white one? Yep. Oh, I don't like it.
And we also got these. Seeing as we're having no candles anymore, we got some flameless candles and some batteries. So Nick's going to sort those out.
It might be a really bluish light. I hope it's not, because if not, we won't be lighting them.
Oh yeah, I hope not.
You wouldn't think so. It's not natural, is it? You don't get natural blue.
Well, we'll
flame.
test it out. Then I'm going to crack on with my ironing, and Nick's going to do some trip planning.
Yes. They actually look really effective. They don't wobble about like the ones that the artificial ones usually do, and it's like a rubber light thing. But it just kind of flickers as if it's like a natural flame. But they do look good. £5.50 each. It was £5. They've actually gone up. So these are the swatches. So this is the swatch that we're probably going to go for. So you can see this section here, it's quite faded. And this almost matches. And if I push it to the original colour, that actually stands out as if it's like a lighter colour. So I don't even know why we're getting a new chair when it's the same. It's going to be the same colour as the new material.
Because it's going to be a lot more comfortable.
Well, forget that. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is the same colour.
Yeah.
Now it's dyed as it's going to be on the new one. And when you push it into the black, do you know what I mean? Look at the colour difference between the black and the fade.
Turn the chair around and then let it fade on all sides.
So it's equal?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if we just keep the cushions on, nobody will notice. Cinder's at it again. She's doing a bit of ironing. She's ironing my new shirt and her new shirts. We are... Literally, I've just been sat in the bedroom watching, using Surfshark on the Fire Stick, connecting to Netflix USA and watching Lord of the Rings 2.
I thought you were supposed to be trip planning.
No, I was on there, and I was on my tablet looking up things. But I'm more confused now because I've seen that many things that I want to do. I've kind of got a short list of videos that I want Leigh to watch so we can put some bullet points down because we have to come up with something to do at Charleston. We've pretty much got Savannah bagged. We've got all his notes for that. We've got the Blue Ridge sorted. We've got Washington sorted. We've got New York sorted. It's just Charleston now. And possibly must-do seas at Myrtle as well, which we're only going to be there for 2 hours, so I'm not too fussed about that. That is really a travel day where we're going to call off on the way.
I don't think we really have to plan too much on that. I think it was driving through, getting out, having a look.
Having some food and then continuing down to Charleston. So yeah, we need to watch a load of Charleston videos. I did actually watch them when we were at the Airbnb at the weekend, but I didn't make any notes, so I'm going to have to watch them all again with Leigh and then just decide what we're going to do. I think we're going to probably look at doing something with Viator, doing like a horse-drawn carriage, horse-drawn carriage city tour, which I like the look of, and they're relatively cheap. It's about 25 quid, something like that. So we need to decide that. Unfortunately, because we're not booking things as we're traveling, we're not booking any hotels. We're doing it as we actually travel. We're not going to do it in advance. I can't book any tours until the day before, so we know we're definitely going to be there. So we're kind of going to wing it this time, which is what I wanted to do on the first road trip. Just kind of set off and then decide on the fly. No, we didn't.
A couple of places.
We didn't. We cancelled the Roswell and moved on. And then we went to Orlando, and look how that turned out. You were left to book the hotel.
Got one, didn't we?
Left it to 1 minute to midnight, and then the payment didn't go through. And then when he tried to do it again, it was classed as the next day, so therefore wouldn't book it.
Got one, didn't we?
Only because I went in and begged the guy. Give us a crisp.
No.
Right, we're going to have a tea first. We're going to have some of the risotto that we had yesterday. He's going to finish the ironing, and then we're going to sit down and do a bit of planning.
Right, there you go. That is our...
Proper impressive.
I am quite impressed with those, actually. We've had...
Even though they're not moving, they look...
Well, they're flickering,
the corner,
aren't they?
yeah, they're dimming, but if you look at them out of the corner of your eye, they do look like they are lit.
I really like that, actually. How many batteries does each one take?
Three AAAs.
Friggin' hell.
No, if they're LED, they will last a couple of years, I think.
Well, I hope
look
so.
at them under there. They're the same things, and they've lasted 5 years.
I'm impressed with that. No soot either from it.
I must say, they're made of glass. They're not even plastic, and they were quite expensive, but they look.
Well, not
they
really.
look
Only
the job.
$5.50 each. Sometimes you can pay. Look at Bath & Body Works candles, £30 each.
Yeah, and once you've burnt it, you've got naught for it.
So yeah, I'm impressed with that.
I do like them actually.
Right, we're just researching top 10 things to do in Savannah.
We thought we'd got it done, but we've only got 5 things on the list, so we're just going to watch a couple of videos and then we're going to switch to Charleston. Right, planning done. We've planned the whole trip now. We've got New York, we've got Washington, we've got Blue Ridge Parkway, we've got Pilot Mountain, Myrtle.
We haven't looked at Myrtle Beach.
Forget that. Myrtle Beach, which we haven't looked at. We're just going to go for a couple of hours because it's just like I drive apparently. Then we'll go head down to Charleston. We've got about 15 different places at Charleston. Lots of food places that we've got from loads of different sort of vlogging sources. Some breweries we want to visit, some tours we want to do, and then we're going to move on to Savannah, and that'll be our last stop then before we actually drive the rest of the way down to Florida. It's about a 4-hour drive from Savannah down to Florida. So we should get there 14 days after... Is it 14 days after we land?
To where?
When we land in New York.
Yeah.
Is it 14? It's 14 days, isn't it, until we actually get to Orlando?
Something like that, I don't know.
14 days on the road, so it's a 14-day road trip, unlike the last one, which was a 27-day road trip. This is 14 days, less stops, a little bit more relaxing time for this one, and a lot more scenery, I hope. The last half of the other road trip was all highway and motorway from the minute we left the Grand Canyon, and it wasn't as good as the first half around California.
Right, I'm going to go and finish making this cup of tea while Nick carries on.
Earl Grey, please, thank you. So I've got some hellos to do.
Hello!
Bear me 1 second, I've got to tilt my phone sideways. So, hello to Lisa G, to Claire S, Gillian McKee, she always comments on our videos and has for years, Amy G, Ian T, Jason D, Mervyn J, Mike S, and Kimberly M. So welcome guys. I know a lot of you are already on Discord, and a lot of you guys were on our Zoom call on the TV last night, but we did a patron and a YouTube members Zoom. We do that every month. Just have a chat, it's more like a social video chat. A lot of those
actually really enjoyed it.
I did as well. A lot of those guys were on it. I didn't have a drink. Lee had a gin. I'm trying to cut back on the alcohol because it slows your metabolism down for digesting food, and we're cutting back. I've still got 6 pounds to lose. I've actually lost just over a stone.
It was only yesterday that you had 3 halves of beers.
Yeah, but I'm actually back to 12 this morning. When I started after Christmas, I was 13 stone 13.
Well done. Very well
I was a
done.
fat heifer.
Right.
So
I'm going to phone my sister.
right, go on then.
And
What we're watching?
we might catch up on some TV then.
I'm tuning in Surfshark and switching back to Netflix USA. Back to Lord of the Rings.
Top 10 things to do in Myrtle Beach.
Go through it and don't stop.
Right, we're up very early. We're up at 7, and we are heading out. We've got an appointment back in Featherstone, which is about an hour and a half away. He's just got his eyes checking and stuff like that. Shorts are still on.
Shorts are staying on. I don't care
Even though it's been snowing.
You can make frigging snowmen, and I'll still wear shorts.
I'll just show you outside on the decking. It's only a very light dusting, but it has snowed a little bit, and it's very cold.
Freezing cold, hence a double coat.
And those people that wear shorts, I'm sorry, in snow, but they always look silly.
Are you talking to Wade?
Eh?
Are you talking to Wade?
No, I'm talking to you.
Right, we're on his way. Sat nav says we'll be there in 1 hour 17 minutes. So I'm gonna talk to you guys now about a dream that I had last night, which was the first dream that I've had about my mum, a proper dream where she's actually been in it and interacted with me. And my cousin says it's a visitation dream, which I did Google, and there was a couple of things in there that fits all the criteria for it, but I'm not sure I believe in all that kind of stuff. But it was extremely strange. So my mum was, I was in a white porter cabin, which was actually in the same location as my old school was. It was knocked down years ago and built into houses now, back in my home village. And everything was white. The floors were white, the walls were white, the ceiling, the lights. There was a mirror across the back wall, and I was sat at the table having my dinner. And when I was sat with my mum, she had a black leather jacket on. She looked completely normal prior to what she looked like after she'd got the cancer and her hair fell out with chemo. And she seemed perfectly normal. We were just sat there talking for about 5 minutes. And then it wasn't a conversation about thinking that she was still alive. We both knew that she was dead, and she was like there visiting me, and I was asking her questions. What was it like to see my gran for the first time? That's annoying. What was it like to see my gran for the first time? And she was like, oh yeah, we're all right. And then she said something like, she was here a couple of minutes ago. She's been telling me stuff to tell you and stuff like that.
Asked you what you've been up to.
Asked me what I've been up to. Asked if I'd sorted everything out regarding her like possessions and her clothes and all that kind of stuff, which is so typical of my mum, thinking about dresses and stuff like that, innit? And then she said, and then we were kind of just talking as normal, and there was two people. I mean, it was so vivid. I can remember there was a woman sat behind her and a woman sat behind me, and we were against the mirrored wall, and they were just like normal people. And then they were sat with people that were, I couldn't tell whether it was a man or a woman. It was just like a white silhouette of somebody, but they were talking to it. And I remember thinking, I wonder if these other people in this room can see my mum, and whether I'm sat here talking to thin air. And we were having a conversation for about 5 or 10 minutes, but it felt absolutely real that she was my mum, if that made sense. Like it did when we were at the hospice before she died. It felt like my mum, but like I said before, when we were at the chapel arrest, it didn't feel like her at all. It didn't even feel real. It were like observing it on TV. You were like watching something else, do you know what I mean? But talking to her felt absolutely real. And I just wish I could remember the rest of it. But like I said, my cousin said, oh, it sounds like a visitation dream anyway. I've just Googled it, and some of the things in it do fit the criteria. But again, I'm not sure whether I believe in any of that criteria? Stuff. I've forgotten now. One of them is basically that you know that it was real, or it felt real, or you could feel like you were with the person. And there were a couple of other things in it as well that I thought, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Something like they were there to convey a message, usually reassurance, and then they were gone. And then I remember when she said that about my gran, I then started crying in the cafe, and then I woke up, and I remember sort of like almost half crying while I was awake. It was a very strange experience, but I can remember it in absolute precise detail. Oh yeah, that was another one. The clarity of it doesn't fade like a dream does. You can remember it as if it was a memory. You know what I mean? That was one of the other criteria. So I don't know what to make of it. So if you guys have got any experience of things like that, do drop us a comment below. It'll be interesting to see what other people's thoughts are. But very surreal. The fact, I mean, I was thinking about my mum a lot yesterday, and we're going to collect her ashes this morning. So it could have been, I don't know, just the thought that she was on my mind. But the fact that we were talking, and neither of us were like talking in a dream state. Like in a dream, you would talk as if she hadn't died, but we both knew that she had, and we were chatting as if like comparing notes on what we'd been doing since she'd gone. if that makes sense. It would just strange. So, but there we go.
Right,
Now we're here.
Here we are, getting a skin done at the Mid Yorkshire Skin Clinic.
Right, came out this time without having anything done, which I knew I was just like a check-up on for my face. Lee's had his back done. I have actually discussed with her, because Lee said to me the other day that my face looks like it was melting, because I'd put a lot of weight on my face over the last year. I've lost quite a lot of weight, and there's a little bit of flabbiness here and here, which
I said
she
it's
thinks.
not to do with weight, it's just age.
Yeah, well, that's what she's just said as well. So I'm
See,
gonna.
I know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't. You're just guessing. Just watch it, because some dog shite on this grass here.
Let me get keys out if I can.
So when we come back from our road trip, second road trip, I'm going to look at getting some filler on my jaw and then fill it in the gap. So this little fat blob here, watch that dog muck. So it'll literally fill in the jaw and give me like a square jawline, apparently. We'll see what happens.
Right, we are heading to the funeral directors to pick up Gail's ashes. There's like a couple of main, do they call them caskets or urns or something? And then lots of little keepsakes that we've got a couple, and some of the other kids have got some stuff.
To make some jewellery with.
Yeah, Nick's going to hopefully make some jewellery out of
Well, not
some of
me
it.
personally, but
Yeah,
I'm going to get it made.
So if you know of any good companies that do that, let us know in the comments below, because it'll be a while before we get that done, I imagine.
Something that's not big green emeralds and things like that.
Yeah, it's got to be discreet.
Something that's for a bloke. I don't like chains, I don't like bracelets.
It's got to be a ring.
It's got to be a ring.
Yeah, a nice discreet ring.
Yeah, something from my other hand, on my little finger.
Yeah, and then we're going to go and meet Nick's cousin, because she's having some of them, and we've got some paperwork together, at a cafe, which is good news because I'm very hungry. We had a slice of toast this morning about 7 o'clock, and it's 11 o'clock and I'm marvin. So that's what's happening. We were going to go call at my mum's, but they're out. And
Well, we are going to call, we just need to pick some paperwork
yeah,
up from there as well.
We might go there as well, but they are out, so I doubt I'll be seeing them today. And then it's we think we're going to see our friends Peter and Leigh while we're over here as well.
Yeah, we are.
For a cuppa, if they're free, and then it's back to the lodge where I continue to get all my packing stuff out. I've remembered a few stuff this morning that I need to get, like my swimming top, and I just need to sort all my hand luggage out now. That's the main thing.
I wonder how many times this time you're going to pack and unpack before we go.
Nick comes up with this bollocks. I don't unpack.
Excuse me,
unpack.
watch the bloody vlogs. I've watched you do it.
What he means is I get my clothes out, but I don't pack them. So he classes that as packing. I just like hang them until it's time to pack them.
You've got a very
Then he classes
poor
that as a second
memory.
packing. And then sometimes where you think, oh, actually, I don't need them, I'll take them out. Then he classes that as another packing.
Another time, the previous time we went, you got your clothes into your case and back out fully 3 or 4 times.
Well, I did do it once because I rolled them all, or folded them all, and then I decided to do Nick's hanging trick. So are you doing that again?
Yeah,
hanging trick.
I'll do that forever now.
Yeah, I'll have to decide.
Saves so much time.
It does, to be fair, it does.
Right, we're here.
Especially when we're going around different hotels, it's so much easier. Right, we're just leaving the Mill Village in Batley. We just called off and saw Nick's cousin there and dropped some paperwork off and things like that. My sister joined us as well. So we're now heading out to, back to the lodge way. We're going to meet our friends Peter and Elaine, who our friends you've seen who sold up recently on the lodge park, sadly. So we're going to meet up with them and have another cup of tea now. We just had in there some lunch, shared a toastie, and had a beautiful coconut and dark chocolate cake.
It was actually delicious. It was like a coconut flapjack.
Yeah,
with dark chocolate and then coconut like shavings in the chocolate.
It was very nice. So we're heading to Freeport now, where there is a Wetherspoons, and we're going to have another drink in there and a little catch up. And as you saw this morning, it was sort of snowing, a dusting of snow this morning. What's the temperature now?
8 degrees.
It's got up to 8 degrees. I'm going to say it's warm, but it's not quite.
But the East Coast was going to be a lot colder and worse than here.
Yeah, but
never snowed or frosted.
The sun's
here.
been out and it's actually really warm in the sun, so it's been a really nice day. Then once we get back to the lodge, I've got some more ironing to do. The last of the ironing. Then I want to start looking at my hand luggage.
We've collected my mum as well.
Yes. We got the ashes and got them in nice little keepsakes.
Got some keepsakes for all the grandkids, so we've just delivered all them.
That's what we've been doing well. We've not been vlogging, sort of like seeing family and delivering those. Right, here we are at Escape, and it looks like there's a big
feast.
Circus. Anybody else use the word feast?
Yeah, does anybody else call them feast? From where we come from, in like Yorkshire, we used to call them feasts, but elsewhere it's circus.
Why do we call them feasts?
I don't know, I think it must be Yorkshire, maybe not, I don't know.
Don't know.
Exit the roundabout onto Tomahawk Trail.
Tomahawk
Thank you,
Trail.
Google.
So, it's the Big Kid Circus. We don't leave the ashes in the car, because they're too precious. So,
Well, we've actually got the ashes that we're going to intern into my gran's grave, my mum's mum, which we're going to do when we come back off us travels.
Yeah.
And we've also got our little keepsakes, so
She's gonna
they're more valuable than anything. So
she's going to come for a coffee with us. She used to love
Yep.
spoons, did your mum?
she was sat aside of me at a chair in the cafe in Batley, and we were talking, and bag was shaking. I was saying she's laughing.
Yeah, bless her.
Right, it's a number of hours later. We've had me and Peter's been having sort of drinks. These guys are driving, so
Sparkling water I've had, and,
Yeah.
and just a couple of coffees.
I've had 2 big Erdingers from. We're in Weatherspoons. We're in Weatherspoons. Next stop is going to be the lodge.
Post tea, I'm starving.
Right, we're on our way back to the lodge, and I've just got to film this. We've got a massive moon. No, nobody's pulling the trousers down in the car window. It's literally the big moon on the horizon.
Werewolves.
Werewolves.
Coming out.
Yeah. Right, we're home, and a very strange day, a very surreal day. Like, my mum's home with us, and the last time she's on the table there, the last time she was home here was before Christmas. She came here when we weren't vlogging. When we'd come back from Florida, we'd vlogged for 6. We didn't vlog for 6 weeks. She came twice in that time. The last time that she was here was like the back end of November, I think it was. But she's home again now. So we are, as I said earlier on in the vlog, there's some ashes that we're going to basically intern into my gran's grave. So she's going to be with her mum, and then the rest of us got little keepsakes. I'm going to have a ring made, or probably like a pendant. I don't know, I haven't decided yet, but I've got 2 little urns of some of her ashes. One I'm going to keep forever, the other one I'm going to have made into something. So we're home. It's been a very long day. The power's been off again. I'm just noting all the clocks are flashing, so that means all the Bluetooth will have gone off, and we've decided we're going to have for tea, we're going to eat down some of the fridge stuff. So we're going to have some of these jumbo chunky cod fish fingers that we got from Aldi, and the jacket potato. I'm already over my calorie count today, but I don't give a shite.
Oh my god, I'm ravenous. Absolutely ravenous.
Yeah, it's a surprise.
We've had out to eat today. Oh!
Are they cooked?
Look to me, I think.
Let me just put the fork in.
This is a nice random tea, isn't it? Frozen jacket potatoes with sweet pepper relish and some Aldi. Very nice looking, actually. Fish fingers.
Very high in calories, though.
Well, I know. We're just trying to use up freezer scraps rather than going out and buying out fresh. I'm going to eat this, watch a Star Trek, and then I'm going to do some more ironing.
We've got HelloFresh turning up tomorrow, so it should be nice, succulent, delicious, flavourful,
healthy,
exuberant, imaginative ideas to eat.
Right, we just had us food, which was very much needed. I was marvin. So, yes, I'm going to set up and do some ironing before long. We're just watching some Voyager. Going to have a protein yogurt. I do love a nice protein yogurt. I've got these ones at the moment. Which one is it? Arla strawberry protein, 20 grams of protein. What is Nick having for dessert?
Fruit, yogurt, and honey.
Fruit, yogurt, and honey for
Honey, honey.
Nick.
Honey.
What are you going to do while I'm ironing?
That.
What are you going to do while I'm ironing?
I'm going to chill.
To be fair, we've had a very long,
Busy day.
Yeah, we've been to the pub and stuff to meet Peter and Leigh, which was very nice to catch up. But we've been doing all sorts of stuff which we didn't vlog, obviously, because it was personal and to do with Nick's mum and stuff like that. So we've had a lot of the day where we haven't vlogged today.
I'm on the 3rd pint.
Oh, right, yeah, because you had some at the pub. And we've got our, 2 of our 3 fake candles lit, and we really do like them, actually. When I was sat there having my tea, I couldn't reach to the 3rd one.
You're so lazy.
Excuse me, you were sat there, you put it on?
Because I didn't like them. I threw my skinny whip wrapper and actually thought, oh my god, I don't like them on candles. Because they look so real, don't they? Oh my god.
Hello, hi. I'm going to do some comments of the day. Thanks for commenting on all our videos.
Oh, we're going to speak. I'm absolutely stuffed. I've had so much to drink. No, not from food. I've had Earl Grey, I've had beer, and I just feel a bit bleh.
Blah, blah, blah. The girl with the Tudor rose tattoo says that curry looks lush. My dad can't have corn either. Obviously, there's a lot of people that's allergic to corn.
Was it a spice racks? Well, it must have been if it's tonight's video. It's they're about 3-4 weeks behind now.
Linda Kerman says, I watched the first part of Happy Valley, then binge watched Happy. She watched the first part of our Happy Valley vlog when we went to see the locations. Then she binge watched all of Happy Valley and then returned to the vlogs. So I hope you enjoyed that.
Let me get comfy. That's it. That's better. Right, carry on.
Julie Garner says, hi Leigh and Nick, only just got around to watching this vlog. The card was lovely. It will be beautiful once the seeds grow and flower. We're not going to do that until we get back from the trip because we want to flower properly.
Is that Julie that's just been to New York and did our comment of the day, Julie?
Oh.
It's got a good memory, B.
I just wanted to give you a big hug when you were talking about your mum. I know exactly how you feel. I lost my mum when she was very young, only 43, and I still think of her every day. And it will be 30 years this year. Wiggy is a great support to you, and I'm thinking of you at this difficult time. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie.
Tuzan says we are still just getting into life at home after such a long trip away. Those guys have just been to Florida for almost 3 months. And she also says they do say gremlins come at once. That's when everything was breaking in the lodge.
Yeah, they say things come in threes and all. There's about 6 so far.
Stephanie Kern says, Nick, what did you say the under-eye treatment is again? Really noticed it on the drive back to the lodge.
It's called Beverly Hills.
No, I mean when you went to have your last lot of treatment done. What was it?
Oh, it was just fillers. Derma fillers.
I thought didn't you show like a new box of something you were having done? She were like doing something.
Oh no, I had Miso skin booster. I can't remember which vlog it was. Miso skin booster to kind of thicken the skin under my eyes before I had the filler. Because when they put the filler under your skin, it has to be like under the skin and under the muscle. Because if it's in the skin and the muscle, it can show as blue blobs on the skin. So they use the Miso skin booster to thicken the skin under my eyes and then get the filler underneath it. It looks a mess when you have it done, but I still do use a little bit of lifting cream on my eyes just to get rid of the tinge. But
not as much now.
I was noticing when he was putting photos on all over social media of me like 20 years ago, I look like I've been like on crack. Came for about a year. My eyes were really bad, and then ever since I've started using the lifting cream and having the derma fillers, it looks tenfold better. It's usually worse in a winter when you have your complexion is more when it's colder and you get like a paler skin, and then your eyes stand out a lot more. And when I get up in the morning now, I can tell it's a lot better.
Thanks.
Just need my jaw doing now.
AV says grief is hard and normal. Be kind to yourself. Sometimes some things are just not answerable. Stephen Pluff says, Nick, I get a lot of tips watching you when it comes to home repairs. And
ping in my phone.
Put it on silent.
There's about 100 messages.
And Silsa says you guys don't have to apologise for not blogging, no worries. Silsla or something. Hi Anne.
Sorry, Anne.
One more. I'm going to go right down and pick one. Jules S says, P.S. So ironic. Everything is breaking and Nick doing the headlight restoration. We did that on our car and finally replaced them after a few years. Same thing is happening to us.
Right.
Thanks for all those comments, guys. Much appreciated. We're going to finish the vlog now. Tomorrow we're going to meet two lots of friends actually, Vicky and Emma and Jackie and Richard. And I'm getting more stressed because
oh my God! You've only got an hour's worth of.
We're filling our days with so much, and
You've
I can't
got
get around.
An hour.
I've still got loads of ironing to do, and then I've got my hand luggage to do, and I've got to pack my suitcase, which I haven't done.
You've been sat here for 2 hours.
We've only just got back.
Get the iron out.
We'll see you on the next vlog. Thanks. For
Whenever something takes an hour, Lee takes a week to do it.
Guys, hit like button, click notification bell.
Oh, the moon's changed.
What?
Look at the moon now. It's changed.
It's been a full moon tonight.
Yeah, but look at the size of it now. It's tiny.
We'll see you on the next vlog.
Anyway, bye for now.
Bye.